Hi, Malcolm Bell. It's good to speak to you again. So the weather hasn't been great so far this summer. What impact has this had on the tourism in Cornwall?
Well, we had a great May and June. Unfortunately, it then broke down in July, and I have to say July has had an impact, particularly on the casual camping market. And it's a bit sad that the first 2 weeks of the school holidays have been disappointing, but I'm glad to say this week the sun is out and it's back to a good old British summer.
Yeah, definitely looks sunny where you are now. What are your expectations for the rest of the summer?
Well, we hope now that we have got vacancies, and we hope that the weather now is settling down into a sort of traditional fair weather British summer will encourage lots of people to grab those late availabilities and come down and enjoy a good part of a wonderful part of Britain. And on the odd day when it might be grey, we've got plenty of all-weather attractions. So people have been satisfied, but obviously in a cost of living crisis, they'd rather get their 2, 3, or 4 days on the beach, which they will this week.
I mean, what impact have you seen since the cost of living crisis on the tourism industry?
Yeah, we've seen a lot more people doing self-catering and eating out less. A lot of people doing the free activities, limiting their spend, which is very understandable. But again, they still want to have a holiday. They still want to make their memories, and particularly family memories. A lot of them are multi-generational, and memories are made in Cornwall.
Last time we spoke was in 2021 when there was an influx of tourists after the pandemic and the lockdowns. I remember at that time we were looking at reducing the number of tourists. How's the tourist seasons been in August since that year?
2020, and 2021 where we really were rammed. 2022 was busier than normal, and we're now back to almost a normal year. Might be even slightly below, as many people, it's their first year to have a chance to go abroad, and we don't blame them to be denied that. But there's a lot of the year to go yet, particularly for the older market, says he with the grey hair. So there's plenty in the year yet, from August, September, all the way through into even November and Christmas. So, there's plenty of time for things to pick up. But people are very cautious of seeking value for quality. They'll pay their money, but they want to make sure they're getting quality.
And what kind of trends have you seen in that sense?
We are seeing the bank of Gran and Grandad paying for the holiday, taking a cottage out, having their children and grandchildren with them as a way of helping out both their children but also having time with their grandchildren. We're also seeing, as I said, a lot of outdoor activities that are free, a lot of picnics, a lot of people making their own food parcels up for the day. So there's lots of ways that you can still have a great holiday, a good quality holiday, but saving some of the money that is all tight for all of us at the moment.
And going forward in the next few years, how do you see the industry developing, tourists coming down?
Yeah, we've done a lot of research this year because we were worried about post-pandemic. Cornwall came out very much, a very top destination. People concerned about money going forward, but certainly they want more experiences, preferably as cheap as possible. So more activities and more experiences. But basically just to enjoy the great outdoors. Younger people wanting more experiences, older people wanting more gentle experiences, and just to spend time in a wonderful part of the world.
And tell me how important the tourism industry is to the local services and businesses in Cornwall.
To give you an idea, about 1/3 of households in Cornwall partially or fully depend on tourism. And, the tourist pound, it's £2 billion worth of business revenue. And, 20% of that goes on the high street, and another 24% on food and drink. So it really is quite an important bedrock sector where the tourist pound supports many aspects of the Cornish economy.
Well, Malcolm Bell, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Lovely to speak to you.